This is not an official Sonic game. It should not be sold. It's a fan game. Powered by Sonic Worlds, the SFGHQ, or what have you. Oh no, not another Sonic the Hedgehog playthrough. Whatever shall we do, Internet Worlds? Well, I figured I don't really have anything to do. It's Memorial Day, and I got nothing. So, I figured if I'm going to play a video game, I might as well play this really, really well done Sonic fan game. Because why not? Forgive me for not knowing too much about the history of this fan game or how it came to be. I know it's made by a guy on the interwebs who calls himself Lake Pepper. I have no idea what his deal is or if he's famous in the community. I know this is his second of 3 currently out games. It's around just before June 2014. So he's made Sonic Sonic before the sequel. I'm currently playing Sonic after the sequel, and then he recently made Sonic Chrono Adventures. I recently found out that these games exist sometime early last year, and started with actually Sonic after the sequel, which is my favorite, both in gameplay as well as music. Which that's something strange for a game that isn't made by Sega. It's not even affiliated with Sonic Team. But the first thing a lot of things that come to mind when you think of the Sonic games is how good a lot of the music is. Even though the Sega Genesis had really, really poor sound quality, but still a lot of those tunes stick in your head. This still carries on that theme and vibe of really, really good Sonic music. All of it is originally composed between Lake Pepper and some other gentleman. I'll probably figure out what his name is eventually or post it on the video. Nevertheless, I'm going to run through the story mode. Since I won't stress out about Chaos Emeralds, because screw special stages. So yeah, this is just, good old 2D Sonic game. Momentum based, you run, you jump, no shooting, you don't get to shoot. It's not Shadow the Hedgehog or Mega Man. I got hit by that beetle dude. Where'd the music go? Okay, there we go. Alright. I am, using a different PC to record this compared to what I was using to record my other PlayStation 3 related test. So if things get all goofy, just bear with me. But yeah, this is your typical Sonic game. It's got really nice platforming. It has that sense of momentum and speed that everybody just loves. If I had to compare it to an existing Sonic game, I don't know. It gives me... I missed that jump. It gives me a kind of Sonic CD, Sonic 3 kind of vibe. Yeah, you even have the Sonic peel out, because why not, right? Did I mention, I forget, what is this? Horizon Heights? No. Is this Horizon Heights? Anyway, I'm on the first stage, and each stage has its own little gimmick and theme, what have you. Granted, they're really easy on you at the beginning. Of course, every first level of Sonic has to be childishly easy, because not every zone can be Scrap Brain Zone or Death Egg Zone or Eggman Land, if you care about the 3D games. And I promise during this, I'm gonna shut my pie hole so you can actually hear the music and enjoy it. But nevertheless, if I leave off with anything, I just kind of glitched off there. This game is free. It runs in most PCs. It's just basically a glorified Flash / browser-based game. It's really good. So, while you're watching this video here, you should download this game and play it. And just do it. Horizon Heights. Okay, so I'm in Horizon Heights Act 2. Oh, and yeah, it actually has a Sonic 1 vibe to it, as each act has 3 zones plus a boss zone, which is really cool. I can't remember offhand right now if Sonic CD had 3 zones plus a boss zone. Hey, what's this? Oh, hey, I got a big thing. Yeah, the music's really good. I'm not sure how the sound levels are going to work. I got it as balanced as possible to do my commentary as well as play at the same time. So, if I trail... Okay, so here's another thing. I interrupted myself. So, they even mix it up with this new shield, which is a power-up that does not exist in the Sonic games. It is what I assume everybody just calls the Spike Shield. So it renders me invincible to spikes, and there's an additional A attack which sends me straight down. A spike, if you will. A spike jump. It just spikes me straight down, which is really, really cool. It's really simple, and it's just... It's simple, but it changes things up. Normally, spikes and water are like your worst enemy in these games, but hey, now there was a bubble shield, now there's a spike shield. And I lost it, because why not, right? Yeah, I'm going to do the best I can. And not... Oh, okay, good. Sorry. Water always makes me a little nervous. Makes me a little nervous. I'm going to gush about the music the entire time I'm playing this, so... You're gonna have to deal, interwebs. And if I hum along, please forgive me. Yeah, I have to admit that this, I don't know, I guess everything is speed, and Sonic is about momentum and speed, but it's definitely about platforming as well. And this really kind of captures the heart of it. It's, you know, high-speed areas are broken up with really nice platforming, and it's still very enjoyable. It's still really awesome. Oh yeah, if you couldn't tell, Tails is playable in this game too. Unlike, Sonic before the sequel, Tails can fly in this, and in the Sonic before the sequel, Tails can't fly. Okay, so yeah, I guess those who may not be familiar with what these subtitles mean. So just as the game implies, or the title of the game implies, Sonic before the sequel takes place between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. Sonic after the sequel, as you can probably guess, takes place after Sonic 2 and before Sonic 3. So, the artful storytelling is everything is so simplistic, but works really well. There's a lightning storm in the background. Whenever lightning strikes, the platforms appear. You can jump on the platforms, and it's kind of like several games have done that before. I don't think Sonic's ever done it that I can remember. I instantly think of Mega Man that's done visible platforms, but I might be just thinking of disappearing and reappearing blocks. Whereas even though the lightning, as you can see, hasn't struck, I can still jump on these platforms no problem. Or I can walk right off. Okay, so what was I saying? So this takes place after Sonic 2. So in Sonic 2, at the very end, you beat Robotnik, and the Death Egg crashes to the ground from space. You currently have all the Chaos Emeralds, sort of, until a certain very disgruntled Echidna punches him out of here. Oh god, I'm in water. Okay, cool. Bubble Shield. Alright. Okay, Bubble Shield. There we go. So, something interesting about Bubble Shield in this game, which I think is really smart, but kind of cheats you a lot of the suspense of underwater levels, is while you are underwater, if you get hit with your Bubble Shield, you just straight lose your rings. You do not lose your shield, you just lose your rings. And I want to say that is because later levels in the game, and I'm not sure which one it is. It's been a while since I played this game all the way through. In fact, I've only played it all the way through once, and that was a while ago. Oh, thanks, armadillos. But later levels in this game, like, require you to spend extended periods of time underwater, that if you were to, and there are no air pockets. So if you were to even have your, if you were to be underwater and not have a shield, there would be no way you could win. Period. It is unwinnable. You could not win. You would drown every single time. So I think it's cool. Maybe with a little bit of better level design, we could forego keeping your shield. But I guess it's really all the same difference. Keep your shield, have your shield, lose rings. You still lose rings. You still are in danger of dying. I guess I'm just... Oh, wow. Did I make a loop? Am I back in the same place? Because that TV is broken. I don't remember breaking that TV. Alright. Okay, now I'm underwater. Okay, bubble shield. That's cool. I don't know, it kind of... I don't feel nearly as stressed out when I've got a bubble shield. I'm like, oh, well, I'll never hear the infamous countdown music that still makes me break out into a sweat to this day. I just got to deal with going slow underwaters. So yeah, I guess the basic premise is you are now traveling to, I'm going to assume they're traveling to the floating island, to the crash site of the Death Egg, and Robotnik's just, you know, whatever, let me stop him, and all that shenanigans. But yeah, everything is told in short little flash rendered cutscenes, but you still get the premise of what's going on. And they're still, I mean, they're very funny. They're very interesting. No speaking, thankfully, kind of. But it's all, I mean, it all speaks for itself. Oh, hey, you're in the forest. And now there's this robot Tails. Ah, lightning. It's alive. Oh, and I guess there's another thing that I'm not really impressed with is the boss fights. But this game has made me realize that making boss fights in Sonic making boss fights in Sonic challenging and interesting is hard. There's really, I mean, it's not like Mega Man where you gotta worry about, you know, shooting this guy during his vulnerable phase, or Mario in which you're like, oh, well, I'm on this bridge thing and I make the bridge thing tilt to a certain angle and then the enemy just straight up kills himself. Or a certain Koopa King who throws his toys at you. But hey, you know what? Now I'm on a rocket, and the rocket's tilting in. Tails is just in the background going insane as I face off against... I'm going to assume it's Metal Tails, because it's not Tails Doll. Or I guess, I don't know, when I originally got Sonic R on PC, because... screw me getting a Sega Saturn. That was insanity. I called him Teddy Tails, but I guess his actual name was Tails Doll. I think Teddy Tails sounded cuter. And that's it. That's the boss fight. I beat Metal Tails. And poor Tails. Poor regular Tails. Just don't break my plane, nerd. And thus Sonic parted the sky and landed a plane using his quills alone. Traveling in the forest, he defeated his metal friend Doppelganger, only to find out his adventure had only just begun. Or something of that sort. Oh, hey. You know those Chaos Emeralds you had? The Eggman theme in this is actually pretty catchy too. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm just gonna take your stuff. Yoink. Ah, well, this is awkward. Later, nerds.